Next one. I'm looking to offer link building services for a particular industry like legal, but own a really good brandable domain in this space with nothing on it. What's, I guess, a way I can build this into a site that I can monetize myself as a business asset and integrate into my service offering when doing SEO for clients in that space? The domain name would make a nice affiliate blog or content site, but not sure the best approach. Personally, for me, I've been talking about this for over a year now, is perhaps a directory site. A really good brandable name in the space with nothing of it. If you want to offer link building services in a particular industry, I mean, again, a directory site's a great option because a directory site can be used as a prospecting tool to start to initiate conversations with your target audience or your ideal prospect. Does that make sense? And it can also be used as a link building opportunity because you own and control it. So you can use that to build links to your client's assets or to your own assets if you're doing lead gen. That kind of stuff. You can monetize a directory if you want. You can also use your own directory as a buffer site so that if you're offering link building services to attorneys, for example, if it was a directory site, you could do most of your link building to your own, to their listing, your client's listing on your directory site. So now what are you doing? You're using their budget to power up your directory that flows through their page to their assets, but you are benefiting from their links as well. You're providing them the benefit that they're paying for, but at the same time, you're also powering up your own asset. So again, that's why like TreeCare HQ has been great for me because I use TreeCare HQ as a prospecting tool, which is originally why I started that whole project, was to just initiate conversations with tree contractors, but it has turned into one of a primary tier 1 asset for link building. And when I have paying clients or lead buyers, all of the links on TreeCare HQ are no follow, except for paying clients, lead gen assets, or lead buyers. All of those end up going, I switch those to do follow links. I can inject schema into those pages. I can add well-tuned content with, heading tags, outbound links, Google Map embeds. I can do all kinds of really cool stuff to the listing pages for my paying clients, right? And then those TreeCare HQ directory pages now become primary link building targets that I do a lot of link building to, which flows through to their money assets, their 3 tier 0 assets, their money site and their Google business assets, Google business website and Google Map. I can push all that through TreeCare HQ, but if they decide at some point that they don't need my services anymore, then I can just go no follow their links again from their directory listing. And my directory still benefits from all the link building that I did to my directory page, but their assets do not because I've no followed their links or removed the links entirely. Does that make sense? So again, it's a way to maintain control. I prefer a directory site just because of all the reasons I just mentioned. You can also do affiliate stuff and all that. I don't do any of that. But think about, you said, or a blog or a content site. Couldn't you do a blog or add content areas to a directory site? Of course you could, right? So you could use the directory site again, which can be used also as a blog, but it can be used for initiating conversations, link building assets, all kinds of stuff. So I think going after a single niche is absolutely my recommended process for anybody doing SEO. It becomes so much easier to scale when you really learn about one industry and you do it really well. You don't have to come up with you don't have to learn the vocabulary and all the keywords and what kind of copy converts and all that. You learn it once, and through trial and error, you fine tune it. And now you've got a system that you can duplicate very, very quickly and easily by just finding new clients and new locations, right? Because it's the same industry. All the creatives and everything, all the work that you've done, that you figured out what works, will work in other locations. It's the same industry. It's just the only thing that's different is the location. So that's why, like I said, I think it's a great idea that you're going after a particular industry. If you've got a really good brandable domain, hey, in my opinion, there's no better thing to do than create a directory site. Now, in the legal space, there's a bunch of directories, Justia, Find Law, there's a bunch of them that are very, very authoritative. That's hard to compete with. So why not specialize? If just using the legal space as an example, you could specialize in on, family law attorneys or criminal justice attorneys or immigration attorneys, and then or personal injury attorneys, which there's so many subsets within personal injury attorneys, it's ridiculous, right? There's real estate attorneys and corporate attorneys as well. There's all these different kind of legal fields. there are specializations within the legal field, and then there are specializations within those specializations. So like I've mentioned this before, but like personal injury attorneys, there's, car accident chiropractors and boat accident chiropractors and workplace accident chiropractors, excuse me, attorneys or lawsuits. There are all these different kind of, specializations within the personal injury attorney or legal space. So you're better off probably, if you're going to go after something as broad as legal and as competitive as legal, is probably going after something that's a lot more specialized. You'll get more traction that way. If that makes sense. Okay. That was a good question too.